Discuss this, we have Mr. PKD Nambiar, a political analyst, joining us. Mr. Nambiar, there appears to be a full-blown war for Jayalalitha's legacy, isn't it? Just ahead of elections. It couldn't have come at a worse time for AIADMK.
Well, Rishi, I do agree with you partly, may not be completely, because as much as we are discussing about the significance of Shashikala in Tamil Nadu politics, practically on the ground, in the television studios and overall in the political circle, it may be a hot topic, but Shashikala is very irrelevant at the cadre level of the party. I mean, the AIADMK is also a cadre level party that at the ground, Shashikala is not as significant as much as what we discuss in the media and the way we hype it up. But having said that, yes, it does make a huge impact within the ranks of AIADMK because in Tamil Nadu, as we know, that the power politics is not only just a power politics, it's also a money politics. And the Shashikala and the Shashikala faction, whichever you call it, like the Manad Kudi mafia, was always been known for playing with the money politics. So
Right.
it does going to impact the AIADMK, there is no doubt. But will it impact on the ground with the upcoming election? I have a different view.
All right, sir. So, in needle encounters, in close encounters, Shashikala could end up making a difference. Now, in the last election, for instance, AIAMK, the party of Mr. TTV Dinakaran, the nephew of Shashikala, got about 5% of the votes, right? Along with Shashikala, it may be a more potent force, AIAMK, maybe let's say getting double-digit votes, 10%. That might eat into AIADMK's support base and may mean advantage DMK.
See, there is no doubt, Rishi, that the DMK is having an advantage over AIADMK right now because of multiple reasons. One, of course, it is an election without Jayalalithaa for AIADMK. Secondly, AIADMK has been ruling the state from the last 10 years, which very seldom happens in the Tamil Nadu politics because it's generally a five-year term for each party. That has been the trend. So, of course, they have an anti-incumbency is going to play a role against the AIADMK. But having said that, you should also appreciate the fact that the Chief Minister and maybe both the people, the Deputy Chief Minister and Chief Minister, have been able to successfully, maybe a few years before, after the Jayalalithaa, we both could have discussed that will this government sustain even for 3 months or 6 months or 1 year. But today we are sitting at the end of the term, wherein they have been able to survive a government in Tamil Nadu, which I think we must give that credit to both the Chief Minister.
Point taken, sir. Point taken. What I'm saying is that a 5% vote in the parliamentary elections is reasonably significant. It may have made the difference between victory and defeat for many AIADMK candidates last time. In the last parliamentary elections, DMK swept the state.
I completely agree with you. If you really look at it, even the Kamal Hassan could not even get 5% of the total vote. But there is a slight twist in this. So if you really look at from the parliamentary election, during that time, the Dinakaran was more of like behaving as he is the person who is inherited the Jayalalithaa, and Jayalalithaa politics is inherited by him and the Shashikala. But after maybe two years down the line, that is not the case anymore. So I believe and Dinakaran's popularity has further diminished quite substantially in Tamil Nadu. A lot have changed since then. I believe, or rather, I'm sure that the significance of Shashikala and Dinakaran or AIAMK will be much lesser as compared to the Lok Sabha election versus the election which is going to be the assembly election.
All right, so that's an interesting hypothesis. Now, how many Tamils associate Shashikala with Jaya, sir? I mean, she appeared to be said to become the chief minister in 2017 before she was arrested. So there might be many Tamils, a loyal fan base of Jaya, who would associate Shashikala with the former chief minister.
See, I was telling, I think one of your shows only, that Shashikala has always been a shadow of Jayalalithaa. She could never be the face. She was never the face of the party ever. She was always a shadow of Jayalalithaa, and I don't think the people of Tamil Nadu do take or compare even for a minute with her to the leader like Jayalalithaa for sure.
All right.
Yes, there is no comparison between the two. One is simply a shadow, and the other one, and Shashikala has always been in the back, and never been on the front of handling any kind of it's a charismatic leadership. No quality is there. Secondly, another 6 years she will not be able to contest election. So her political dream, or she can only be again being a power center without having power, because she will never be able to enjoy the power like a chief ministership or even for any other ministerialship, because she will not be able to contest for the next 6 years, and she just came out of the.
That's right. That's right.
So I believe yes, it is going to impact. There is another analysis which I was just discussing in the early morning with somebody else. See, if you really look at this, Shashikala coming back and creating a ruckus in AIADMK is also, there is a so-called faction between the deputy chief minister and the chief minister is already there. There are two camps within the AIADMK. It might help them to come together much more stronger again.
All right. So that's
Shashikala,
interesting.
Yeah, that.
All right. I think we lost Mr. Namir, but he was making the point that maybe